You want her to come closer, or will that help?
Yeah, we know.
Now, are you comfortable?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You certainly have to ask a question for me to answer.
Okay, to July 16th, 1980. Okay, when did you come to Muncie?
19 and 18.
1918. And where did you come from?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay. Were you raised in Tennessee?
Right here in Muncie. I
You're
was a
raised
year
in
old.
Muncie. You were a year old when you came to Muncie. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Do you remember how your parents traveled to Muncie from Tennessee?
By train.
By train?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After your family moved from Tennessee to Muncie, was there any communication with the family back home?
Oh yes, my grandmother would come to visit us, and my mother would go down there to visit, and we have gone there to visit. Then some of my daddy's relatives moved up here from Huntsville, Alabama.
From Huntsville?
Mm-hmm.
Why did your family move to Muncie?
For employment reasons. My dad was unemployed. He was looking for a job. So he went to Indianapolis and didn't get hired there, so he came to Muncie and was hired at the Ball Brothers factory.
Did they know anyone living here before they moved here?
My father had one brother living here at the time.
What did your family expect to find when they moved to Muncie?
I would think they would hope to find better education and environment for their children, but to improve their living conditions.
Do you think that they found what they expected to find?
Well, yes and no, because the job didn't last too long. And so we don't happy about that, but he had always been trained as a landscape gardener, so he did that inside. And that's where he really made his living, livelihood most of the time, as a landscape worker.
What street did you live on when you moved to Muncie?
I'm not sure. But I can name some of the streets that we lived on, but I'm not sure the first one.
Do you know why they moved? What the reasons were usually for the movement?
Well, unemployment, little funds. You have to stay rich, you know.
Right.
Where was you?
It's time to move.
The main reason is you can't stay rich, you gotta move.
What was your home like when you were growing up?
Well, the large family, 13 in fact. With a lot of love there, and a lot of money, but somehow we made it. And I can remember we always went neat to school. I know that. I know once the teacher was talking about how Nikki will go for us, but the neat little packet, I think my mother could make the tiniest, neatest package I've ever seen. I can't sew anything, but they always talked about that, you know. And so we had a nice life coming up.
Yes,
Closely knit family. We still have a closely knit family.
Do you remember what any of the neighborhoods you lived in were like?
You know, always crowded, lots and lots of children. And our house was always room for one more. I remember a neighbor died and my mother, even though we had 13 children, and nobody could take this one child, and she came to live with us. We lived there for over a year until her daddy could, get her relocated.
What types of neighborhoods have you lived in since coming here? Have they always been basically the same?
You mean integrated or not integrated?
Right, integrated, not integrated.
Well, not, yeah, they've always been integrated. Yeah, they've always been integrated.
What kind of jobs did your parents hold? Okay, I remember you said your father worked for Ball.
And he was a landscape worker. And then he worked on the WPA. You probably never heard of that, but that was really right in the deep of the Depression. We had something called WPA. They also had NYA for teenagers. And my mother worked housekeeper and laundry person in private homes. Kids sold newspapers on the corners and sold greens. And Daddy always had a garden if it was possible to have a garden. He agreed to that. We put up vegetables.
So did all of the children work, or all of them who were able to work?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, after you married, what kind of work did you do?
Well,
Before you married, what was your first job?
my first job was, I worked in a private home for about a year. Then I went to Tuskegee Institute to take nursing, and then didn't complete that. Came home and took a beauty course in Annapolis at Fort College. And then I had a beauty shop with a friend. Then I married. He came out of the CC camp. That was, you can tell about CC camp.
Civilian Conservation Corps.
Civilian Conservation Corps?
It was one of the other agencies for work. I think what programs were by the federal government during the Depression. For youth.
That's for youth also?
CCC is Civilian Conservation Corps. Was for youth. Was for youth jobs for young men.
The NYA was for youth too, and I know I worked on that to earn enough money to go to Indianapolis for youth school and to take that course. And that's what I was doing when I married.
How did you feel about the type of work you did?
I felt good about it, but after he went to service and came back, we had a variety school for about 25 years. And then I worked with preschool, Head Start, about 10 years, and I retired last February.
What other kind of jobs could blacks get during that time?
Well, I guess digging ditches, private homes, factory work. There was a few that worked post office, postal service, mail carriers. I can remember a few coming around selling ice. That belongs way back. I guess porters on trains and like that. Doctors, ministers, barbers, undertakers.
What type employment was looked up to in the black community?
Oh, a mortician, a doctor, a minister. Because we really didn't have any black teachers here. Not during the Depression.
Do you remember the names of any of the black doctors?
Yeah, Dr. Braden, Dr. Brooks, he was a dentist, Dr. Brooks. Dr. Braden was family doctor. Dr. Smith came here in about 41, didn't he?
Okay,
Well, Dr. Davis, yeah, he's dead. Yeah, the one, Dr. Davis, yeah. He was able to do
Who's Dr. Thomas is here now?
Yeah, Dr. Thomas is here now, but yeah, he's been here for about 20 years. He's a dentist.
Yes, she's been here about 1 year. He's practicing right now.
Yeah.
Is he the only black doctor in Muncie now? Or dentist, rather?
He's the only black dentist. We do not have a black doctor here.
Unless there's someone on the staff that's come in the last 2 years, we don't know them.
We don't have a black local doctor. Dr. J.S. Smith was the last one, and he was here about 25 years and moved to California and died out there. But so we don't have a black local doctor that, you know, that people just call on. There might be one on the staff at the hospital, but I don't know if they have one. But Dr. Thomas don't want it.
I believe so too.
The dentist, he's one of them.
Do you remember your parents' income being enough to do the kind of things that they wanted to do for the family?
Oh no, no way. No, it wasn't enough. Couldn't make ends meet.
Yeah.
No, indeed, it wasn't enough.
Did they
Very
have
low.
second jobs, anything like that, to try to make up for?
Well, you couldn't find a second job, really. You couldn't find a second job. And my dad was always out there taking good. You're talking about way back now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, because we were coming recently to do a second job, and I got married. My husband used to do a second job, make ends meet.
And now.
That's gonna be my next question. After you got married, the job that you were holding, was that enough to do the kind of things you wanted to do?
No.
So there was no extra, it just made ends meet, and then there was not really much extra.
Not much extra. Although prices were a lot cheaper, still the income is not what we consider satisfactory.
What did you think was the average income per day back then?
What year did y'all you married?
We were in 41.
I think I made about $18 a week for one meal.
Yeah, $18 a week?
And that was considered one of the better jobs for black men.
Really?
You can't imagine, can you?
No, man. $18 a week.
I can remember that year I came out of high school. I graduated class of 35 from Muncie Central. And so it was a year before I went to the school and earned money to go. And I worked on 2 jobs, and I made 2.5 on one job for the week, and I made 2.5 on the other job for a week.
Wow.
Half day on each one. But
what was prices like that, as far as food?
well, you could probably get a pound of sugar cost about 29. No, I mean 5 pounds for about 29 cents, something like that. Maybe cheaper than that. Things a lot cheaper. Oh, yeah, I did want to mention there was a black fellow that had a grocery store there, Mr. Pert Lynd. He came up from Alabama. He had a grocery store.
Yes, ma'am. I do know. I thought it was
I thought it was, anyhow, it was Pert Lynd, and they did First Street. And they had a grocery store, and I can remember going around there getting the pound of bologna for about 5 cents and that. So prices were down. And he had the first black store that I could remember.
About what year was that you
We was in around the 7th grade, so if I finished school in 12th grade at 35, so I stayed around 29, 30, about 30, I guess. So that's when we lived about a block from there. And I was in 7th grade. That's way back. Not that I'm getting old, of course.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm listening to all this. I thought you were about 16 years old.
What was your biggest problem, or your family's biggest problem when you got to Muncie?
It was finding housing, I know, because I can remember mother said how they lived in with some other people, you know. After all, I was the seventh child. That meant she had all of the Dudleys plus me, and you know, trying to find some place to stay. So I know that was the biggest problem. We find a place to stay. And on the way down, we lost one of them on the train.
Oh, wow. I thought she found it.
Yeah, she found it.
That's a lot to keep up with.
Right. That was Joe.
How do they deal with that problem? Of finding a place large enough to live in?
I really don't know. I just remember saying how hard it was to find a place. But you know, I really do. But that's like I said, I was a baby.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just know what they said to happen. I can't say that I knew it happened, what they said it happened.
In growing up, what people or groups, organizations did you find helped you the most or helped your family the most in Muncie?
Well, I think being a member of a church has always been very helpful to any person. I know it was helpful to us. And then the schools, because I think we had some really good teachers. And some of them, you know, they would really help out by referring you or telling you how to get assistance if they needed assistance. So, I would say the schools. I don't remember any social workers back there. So we had, now I know one particular teacher that she'd always been a friend all her lives. You know, I can remember her from down in the 4th grade on. And there hasn't been a Christmas that we haven't been in contact with each other. And she's still living. She taught us Central, and she taught us all state. And, you know, she's still living.
What's her name?
Kathleen Meeham.
Could you spell the last name?
Capital M-E-E-H-A-M.
E-E-H-A-M.
Meeham.
What church or churches were you a member of?
One thing, my daddy he belonged to Baptist church, but he didn't attend to it. He wasn't one of those that attended all the time, but he always said, don't do as I do, do what I say do.
Right.
And you go.
Yes.
So as a result, we went to church with anybody that would take us. I mean, we lived here and the neighborhood would want to take us to church, so we went to Calvary Baptist Church, we went to Mount Zion Baptist Church, we went to Triumph Holiness Church, Bethel AME Church, and ended up at Trinity Methodist Church, and that's where I am today.
Oh, is that where you're now?
Yeah.
I went there this past Sunday.
Oh, you
The
did?
service, right? Because they had a.
He was there.
You were there?
I don't guess I got confused. I met one or two persons there.
Okay.
I met one who was the Stockton fellow.
Okay, right. That's James,
I
right.
was going to speak to the young lady. She's talking to someone else, and so
Right. Okay. Now I do remember seeing your face. I do remember seeing
I had to
you.
get, I was counting money, so I had to get something and get back downstairs.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So she might have helped, and I'll just walk away. That one.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a result of going to all the churches, I think you get a real rounded religious outlook, and I think I learned more about the Bible than Triumph Holiness Church.
Really?
Than any. Of course, I was at the age, I guess, that you would learn. And having to go every Sunday, I knew every book in the Bible that I can't say today. But you learn that stuff, you know.
Yes,
you learn it, and I guess it wouldn't be too hard for it to come back. You do it a little bit, but yeah, we had to go to church Sunday school.
What kind of things did the church do for the community that you remember?
Well, can you think of one?
Oh, we have to set the moral tone for families who live right. And in the teaching of Sunday school, I don't want to talk them back, but we talk them out the young man able to develop character and set goals we're trying to do ahead. School is doing this too, but I think the church is doing a great deal of it. something that's fantasy in religion.
Do you think the churches today perform the same function or to the same degree that churches used to do that?
I think it's still doing it, although I think a lot has been changed, not doing as much as, and in some cases even doing more because there are more young people going in, but I don't think the church is able to exercise more control over young people because I think that this freedom of choice and a lot of moral things been questioned and you know when you tear down one, I won't say a barrier, but something will let you live. It opens up something else before you know it, you're out on the land. So gee whiz, I don't know if I want to do this, but I'm doing it. Everybody else is doing it. And I think we're worse off. I think this is why a lot of young people are trying to find something. And maybe they might turn, well, let's do things. We're trying to do it because the church doesn't have a meaning for them. The family doesn't have a meaning. Because there are a lot of things that they were living by. See, we're not God.
Right.
And we have to have something to live by. We have to have a history. If you reach the height point, you have nothing else to turn to. Luckily, you have to put something else. And in doing that, sometimes we have to miss that goal. Somehow or other, a white young person never gets beyond high school graduate or maybe a dropout from high school or gets off on something. I look around, I see some white young people out there who are trying to do things. You know the young man, he's my young man, he's dead now. Buster Williams.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. We didn't talk.
Man should have been, he's not living today, but
He was one of the
he
leaders.
should have gone to Congress. In other words, he was active, he's had a good mind. Perhaps he could have gone on school because of money, but then this is his family.
He was a trainer with the boxers back here then. My brother, he was one of the boxers.
We talked all the time. But this is a new day.
What groups or people do you remember being most helpful to blacks in general?
Well, I would say we had the NAACP then, didn't we?
Well, let's see, that NAACP here in Muncie, it started about 19...
And the YWCA,
1941,
YMCA. I would say also the YWYMCA, because you had your Y teams and your boys, they had their, that's how we got their boxing teams started, like that. And I think that the special groups helped out a lot.
You asked what organizations were influential in helping young people? Well, of course, the church had to be the first thing, like you said, the YM and the YWCA. Or staff.
Yeah, Boy Scout and Girl Scout.
Were they started? Were they run basically by the churches or outside groups?
Well, I know we had a troop at Trinity sometime, that was church sponsored. Both that, because church and school was sponsored.
Absolutely. Do you remember any people who were considered local leaders for the black community when you were growing up? Or when you came over here?
Well, there again, at the Y was in Mrs. Nettie Riff. And when you go back to the administrator, Reverend F.C. Lester was at Trinity Methodist. Dr. Brooks, again, and Mr. Baker with the Y, went through the Y,
Frank Baker.
Frank Baker. So they're,
Of course, you were growing up. You have to bring in Dr. Smith.
growing women. He said it's going up.
Right.
Okay, what about after you? Okay, I would say around 1940s.
Okay, you would have never been Dr. Smith and Smith Thompson. You're talking about working with young people now, to work with the scouts and with the VFW.
That's up in the
Yes, you were. You were too. You got a lot of these young men today, they say they're where they are today because of some of their influences. So don't be cold.
That's interesting. Okay, what was your family's life like during the Depression?
Well, things were rough because food was hard to get a hold of. There wasn't anything but to go to school, go down, they did have soup line here. I can remember hiding, having to go. Oh, I hated it. But you had to go down there and get there to help out. And then my daddy was being originally from the farm, he could hold a lot of that kind of farm food that I didn't like eating. I remember once he made me eat some muskrat. And funny thing about it, I liked it. He almost had to make me quit. It was good, but I didn't want to call it a name. Have you ever tasted it?
Yes, ma'am.
Doesn't taste too bad, does it?
No, ma'am.
But it
First
was
time I
just a
tasted it, I didn't
name.
know it was muskrat when I first ate it. And my mother told me later on.
Yeah, I like to die. Everybody else was eating and I wasn't going to eat it. He made me. And then he would always bring home Kentucky oysters and all that kind of stuff. But I don't still eat Kentucky oysters because we had to clean them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. But at least they kept one of the good ones. Kept them going.
Were you helped by any government programs? Was your family helped by any government programs?
They didn't have all those government programs during that time. I can remember, just like you said, the milk, and I can remember fruit and stuff like that, but they didn't have any, no place where they handed out money, I don't believe. I don't ever remember hearing of it.
What's
Well, the WPA, yeah, that was
WPA.
the job. My daddy was on that. And like I said, I worked on NYA, yeah. It was nothing like wealth. They didn't have welfare then, did they?
I was trying to think there.
I don't think they did.
After the new deal came in, they had some type of certificate to be certified the best of our little gang in the Baptist. I don't know what the program was on. Whenever I came to the county or whether it's federal, I think they turned money like the federal government funded the county. Because the county had stronger this side. But county welfare, but I hate the term, it's still in the way that I had. Kept me fed for a minute.
What were some of your most memorable experiences during the Depression, if you can call them memorable?
You talking about good or bad?
Well, either way, what stands out in your mind?
Well, always at Christmas time, I guess we did it best, and I'm sure we did. It seemed like there was always so much more, and it was always a chef time, Christmas. And the big dinners, so when my grandmother would come to visit us, and we'd have our parties out in the yard, called parties because there's nothing really for people now, but it was a lot of food.
All that was I made what's up the way. I didn't have enough money to buy fruits for it, so I made a wagon and opened down here with some junk. And I worked at the grocery store. had a morning and evening paper. And I sent off for selling houses to Miller Walker company home office. I made it out the last little house I was before. I guess it was
to just kind of hustle the best way you could.
right.
Did the Depression affect educational opportunities in New York?
Oh, definitely, because just didn't have the money to go to school with.
So at that time, the schools, didn't have, say, financial aid, scholarships.
Well, it was very few. If they had it, very few people were getting it. We didn't get it.
I didn't get college until after the war. It was all being better. I had a work scholarship on for me, Valley. He really made me the secretary of the branch YMCA and with I did extension of IU. And I couldn't afford to pay it because I was ahead of the time. 6 or 7 kids, father dead. I had to just I couldn't take all my money out. Go to school. So I signed up for the CC camp. Well, I signed up for the CC camp and the WCA, the work program in town. The first one that called me, that's when I go to. He called me.
So you had to go there.
Yeah.
How would you describe the relationship among blacks when you came to Muncie? Okay, when you were growing up in Muncie.
Well, everybody seemed to get along okay together as far as I know. They had to use the school fight, like kids do, but I really don't remember too many bad experiences. And you think it's unfair?
Well, I know right back in, I'm sure you had them. The city, the young people tried the city in the saxophone, so young people, but people. I'm sure that.
What's advice?
Well, I'm sure that no black town will be caught. Wouldn't be living on this street here. Couldn't have no black town, would we say that?
Is that what you meant?
So how did blacks get along? Were there any blacks
No,
among
white.
blacks?
Mom, we said that among blacks.
I think it meant the city of them.
Right, all around the city. Well, like, okay, say if a black lived in this neighborhood, would blacks from, say, a lower class neighborhood, get upset with blacks in this neighborhood?
On the whites were.
The whites were the blacks.
That's sort of black.
Really, Muncie just been really, really integrated, I'd say, in the last 10 years. Living all over Muncie. Just 10 to 15 years, wouldn't you say?
Right.
Yeah, really. Just living anywhere they want to live.
We've been here about 6 years.
Yeah.
We had our windows broken.
Really?
Yeah, everything. We got our door set on fire. And I began to go on the yard with a gas, and it was things kind of heat up.
And that was 6 years ago?
About 6 years. So the FBI and the NAPA each time they reported the FBI and the sheriff department, so they were working very close on that. What are you going to do if someone comes out about 2 o'clock in the morning to a rock and
Right. So where did most blacks live before they began to be able to move anywhere? Basically,
Quietly and industry.
You know what section of town I covered? You've been able to.
I have a good general idea in going in those areas.
Now, Trinity is considered an industry area. Out across the bridge, considered white.
Right, off there by McCullough Park and Carroll Avenue, those streets, but that's the white.
But now it is everywhere.
But those two areas, the majority still live in those two areas.
Right.
Had the relationships between blacks changed any since you've grown up here, since you've been here?
Oh, yeah.
How so?
So, see, whites, I feel whites are inferior. I know once I'm a name more on that. But I feel, that's what mine is, the whites objection to blacks on the right, because they feel inferior to blacks. And when you feel inferior to someone, the best way to force your morale is your superior attitude. If you've got the wealth. So I'll make sure he doesn't work here and he doesn't live there, and more let him have certain jobs. But deep down in himself, he feels superior. Otherwise, why would you try to, if you feel superior to someone, why would you go out of the way to pose all these barriers to yourself? I really think that. So when blacks have been able to work in industry, go to school, move in cigarettes, and they find out that they're just like I am. You mash your fingers, cut the fingers, and bleed. But that way, the kids will sleep, or if they worry, they just move like that. So I think that this is particularly good. Now this is personal,
right?
Because I've worked with whites for a long time. Much of it, I finally came to this conclusion. I said, hey, these people don't feel superior to me. You want to get superior to me.
You remember any particular experiences that you had with whites that stand out in your mind?
Yes. On the business law, I found out that if you engage in business, I'm thinking about distributors who operate the store, they'll make you, well, as I say, once they get to know you, they accept you just another human being anyway. They go out of the way, and they'll then go out of the way, accept you move ahead, but you weren't able to move ahead, but you weren't able to get work again. And I know once I had a younger brother who was in trouble, and several of our friends, white friends, came to the house all from the system. I thought this was a good thing.
So you did get along with some of the whites?
Oh, yeah.
You received the Freedom Award twice now.
Well, while I was a member of the Army Reserve, I entered the contest twice on two different occasions. I won. This was a national contest. Freedom Foundation out of Valley Forge, Pennsylvania.
What kind of things do you have to do to win that award?
Well, they gave each year the foundation would present the theme of the subject, and you have to do your own research and write an essay on this. And I guess that's the first one. This one is the first one.
What was it? No, the slide was first thing.
Well, I guess that's the second one, right?
He said the third time he could go to Washington.
Yeah. Well, if I've been at one first place, the president.
Oh, first, yeah.
If you went first place, the president of the state makes a presentation. Otherwise, they send it to your organization. See, the Freedom Foundation is working on several categories. Ministers, schools, high schools, colleges, and individuals who can do business for all now. I was fired in the military because I was a member of the Army Reserve. And even my division, he couldn't present, but they presented it at the battalion headquarters. Incidentally, if I win one more time, the third time, no matter what level you win, you go to Washington and the President of the United States. I might try it again. I know that before I retired, I was about 74. I wrote an essay that I didn't finish. And I had to go for an operation. Oh, yeah. So it didn't get edited in time. I don't know what I wrote on that.
So, will you try again?
Oh, this time I don't know.
Yes, he's going to try. I'm going to see to it that he does.
I don't know.
Okay. What are some of the most important things blacks have done as a group in Muncie?
You have to help me there.
As a group. I haven't done too much as a group. Not think about. I think one of the most important ones was, I guess, that we ran together with members of NAACP and churches. We opened the swimming pool facilities here. For a number of years, the swimming pools were closed to black citizens. And after, we do a lot of protesting. Protesting's all right, but I'm not too much for protesting. You're not going to follow that with really concrete action.
Right.
It's all right to protest some wrongdoing or something going on, but then if you're not going to follow that with a court case, or with a boycott, or maybe getting something started set line, I think you're really doing against it. Anyway, we've done a great deal of that.
I guess
This is national has done this way too. For instance, a lot of young people protested during the 60s. And after a lot of barriers were broken down, it's really pitiful when you consider the number who's taken part in it. I know one black young people going forward, but when you consider the thousands out there, even veterans who don't have to pay for an education, because they don't pay for it. They won't go. And others are dropping out of high school and they're not college. Look at all those grades. A lot of things in there. They're not trying to do anything. Well, anyway, we were lawyers. We went to court. And of course, the city was good for us. So all they did was just close the pool down for repairs. Then open up that was it next year or did it stick? It didn't open up the following year.
It opened the following year.
The following year it would open up to everybody.
And what year was this?
I don't remember what year it was. But Roy Bewley was at the Y at the time. He was in it.
I think that was in the 40s, maybe. It was in the 50s.
Probably was in the 50s.
He was about 52.
He would have been in the 50s. Then the other, I guess, really getting the CAP agency started here, blacks really headed that up. That made a lot of jobs for black people. And through that, they opened up a lot of opportunities. Head Start came under action. But Ray Field is the executive director now.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. Sure, this is one of the things that, well, this is not a black organization.
But it was really actually started, the majority of people on the board and everything was started with black. They pushed for it.
Well, that's right.
They pushed to get it here. Because the white people wasn't too particular. In every city, they don't have an action agency.
What I'm trying to say is, a lot of black people think the action is for blacks only.
No, it's for everybody.
Some have been criticized once they talked about segregation a great deal. Once they held some of the position on action board. Then they pushed out an initiative, but it's an all citizens organization. But like you said, blacks 15 together.
Yeah.
Put it over. A few black businesses.
Oh, it's just 3 o'clock. Are they leaving? Okay, well, can you stay over there in the park? Go straight in the park and just stay there and hold the park down the playground.
Started a new business week.
In the gate, what do you do?
I forget, I don't know what we did, but I guess we met for about a
You
year.
don't walk on down the park.
Hold together. Our idea was to
Play out over there.
team our efforts, pool our efforts.
Okay, you over there playing.
See what we're going to do, we establish some each person's business and then to expand with you. I guess we were going to just do our time with it. Not to make another organization like that.
You mentioned that.
Now I know that I'm not familiar, there are several black clubs that have done some good. In other words, they've given scholarship and people's They were set up primarily as a social education. But they did get some scholarships for those girls to give that to. Which one started the Dean Nursery? They were funded by the
Well,
federal
yeah, that was
government.
started by,
Entrepreneurs?
entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs started by. And
And that's about the first day nursery, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
second.
black
I could get
community,
the
I
first
know.
black one, yeah.
yeah, I think it was in
Predominantly
the
black.
first one for the Dean Nursery.
That was entrepreneurs. What is that, couple of E and T, or you, couple of O, G, whatever?
Oh, I think it's probably French.
I think I have that.
Mhm.
I think it's E-N-T-R-E. So that's why we use this to get all
Oh,
this
yeah, I
stuff.
think that's right.
Are you involved with the Masons at all? Or do you know anyone involved with this?
Yes, I know some, I'm not involved, but I know someone who is involved with it.
Joe Navarro has been there a long
Joe
time.
Navarro.
Joan?
Joe.
Joe.
Joe. And what is that name again?
Navarro, capital N-A-V-A-R-R-O. R-R-O.
Here's someone you should talk to. I don't think he's active Mason.
And it was back about 33, 4, like that. Because I remember keeping pictures that he had in class of 34, class before mine. Reverend B.F. Adams.
He's definitely one of the early leaders.
He's definitely a leader, yeah. Reverend B.F. Adams. He's not here anymore, he's dead.
Yeah,
Do you remember the name of the paper?
No, I can't. Name of the paper, name some of these other speaking again.
Okay.
I tried to find that clipping because all these years I've been keeping that class of 34 because he had all the black graduates in it, you know. And Leo's sister-in-law was in that class. So I know she was over there, Alberta Gleason.
These Williams may be able to give you the name of the paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be able to remember the name. I don't think it's in the family.
No, the paper was only, he has a granddaughter here. After Blanche's sister child,
Oh, yeah.
Adams, I
Yeah,
think.
that's right.
That's the one, but I think your phone number is the call.
Okay.
Give it to you. So you will see mine.
Yes,
Things
ma'am.
come back. I tell him he's getting old, he can't remember everything. How
I
everybody.
didn't ask him about golfers business. Are you going to cover that, or you want?
Yeah, okay.